It's been almost 1 year since Iraq ousted ISIS from Mosul, the country's second largest city. Edward Penton of the National Catholic Register recently visited Mosul and other cities. Christians are attempting to rebuild there after undergoing a genocide at the terror group's hands. 2 million Iraqis have been displaced by the war. We're joined by Edward in Rome. We have both been to Iraq to report on Christian persecution. This was your third trip. What changes have you noticed? And are people moving back in?
Well, the main change, of course, Lauren, is that ISIS are no longer there, but there's a lot of devastation, particularly in Mosul. We got there for a day, and we were there going around the town. It's quite a scene of devastation. And lots of churches, of course, 45 churches were there, and most of them have been destroyed. But elsewhere, the Christians are coming back. They are slowly going back to their homes. They're being reconstructed, but it's a slow but sure process. The problem for them are three things, mainly jobs. They don't have jobs to go back to. The economy is quite poor. The second thing is the rule of law, which is not being held in these towns. And the third is security. And as Archbishop Warder of Erbil told me, it's not just about surviving now, it's thriving. And that's his priority.
We're holding the U.S. administration accountable. I questioned Vice President Mike Pence about aid that the U.S. has promised to persecuted Christians in Iraq. Are they seeing that money?
They're not, actually, Lauren, and this was a big disappointment that we heard from many Christians there. They heard about the promises that Trump made to prioritize aid to Iraqi Christians, to persecuted Christians, and in particular what Vice President Pence said, which was to give aid directly to the churches. None of that they're seeing, and they're saying that the old systems are still in place. So there's a considerable disappointment there from the Christians.
One of the new cardinals Pope Francis will appoint next month is Archbishop Raphael Sacco of the Chaldean Church from Iraq. What is the reaction to that among Iraqi Catholics?
Well, they're very pleased about that, and it gives them hope, as one of the Iraqi Christians told me, the rector of the seminary in Erbil, and he said that it gives them not only hope, but it also helps encourage them to be more active and dynamic, and that's important. And a third thing really important about this is that it shows that they're not forgotten, and that the West does not forget them. Often they feel that the West does forget Iraqi Christians, and this is evidence to show, at least in a small way, that they're not forgotten.
Thank you so much for that update on Iraq. Edward Penton, Rome correspondent for EWTN's National Catholic Register.
Thank you, Lauren.